Do you know that feeling when life is running too fast and you feel like you're behind? Maybe work is stressing you, upcoming exams make you anxious, or you're simply putting too much pressure on yourself for no reason. Well, it's now time to slow down. We all know sometimes life can be busy and rough on us, and it's not always that easy to keep our lucidity at all times. Stay focused and disciplined on our goals may sound doable, but suddenly we lose the control of our lives and feels like we're running with the autopilot. How the hell does all this happen? And why is this feeling so common among us? Well, partially it might be our fault. The other part goes to the society and the world we live in. You know, every now and again I go to visit my family to my hometown, not that far from where I live. And when I do, without even noticing or even me trying, I reconnect with myself, especially when I'm in the middle of a chaotic or a bumpy period of my life. This made me thinking, why we lose in the first place that connection with our mind, that connection with our present self? And I figured the answer. We simply get distracted. Growing up, there is this tendency of losing the little child behavior we all used to have, the spontaneous, curious way of looking at things always with new eyes, embracing the feelings of every new little discovery, not having the pressure of being judged from anybody. You're fully living your life, discovering who you really are and what you might want to be doing when you become an adult. When you're a kid, who says you can't be an astronaut? And then you turn out to be a grown-up man, loaded up with countless expectation in a distorted reality bombarded by too many impulses and information. They tell you what success is. They make you feel uncomfortable when you shouldn't feel that way. They even tell you the roadmap to follow to be an happy individual. Your salary is not enough. You should be upgrading your life. And this is when your brain kicks in, starts to overthink. You lose the true perspective of your life, and you end up living a life that doesn't belong to you, ruled by others, running miserably and anxiously in an hamster wheel. Maybe this description was a bit harsh, but it doesn't take that much to lose the connection with our mind and with our present self. And that's why we might need to slow things down, take some time for ourselves. Does it seem complicated? Trust me, it's not. But first we need to admit whether we are consciously living our life or if we're just pretending. And once we figure that part out, there are a few things that can instantly help us to bring back the focus to our life. It's interesting that these actions are common moves. We don't need to be looking at any sort of researched or complex therapy. From my experience, these are some powerful and effective tools we could all use when we need. Think about those childhood places, or those places that you feel more attached to. When I'm around in my hometown, I sometimes pass by these sites. These spots are so powerful. They hold strong memories, they make me feel as close to those past moments and as far from them. They definitely put me back to the right instant of my life timeline. In a quite shocking way, they awaken me from the temporary distraction. This type of approach helps me to better understand where I precisely stand in my life, readjusting the perspective of the present and fine-tuning the focus on future ambitions and goals. If you cannot really move around and you're home, just grab your photo album. This can pretty much have the same repercussions. It makes you a quick and truthful summary of your life and brings you back to the present. Sometimes, when we overthink, we even tend to damage our good memories. There's nothing better than have a look at some good old photographs. They can literally make us feel those good feelings of past experiences and put us back in the right mood when we're not. Spending time with family, having a deep chat with our loved ones or our closest friends is also very helpful. These people know us very well, and just few valuable words can put us back where we left, reacquiring consciousness. This is what we miss from time to time, not being conscious or not being 100% present. and this can seriously affect our well-being. There are in fact some worrying studies that talk about this. The problem is that when we are distracted, there are some interconnected consequences to our mind and our body. Loneliness is one of them. A recent research shows that the state of feeling lonely is a more significant predictor of early death than obesity, twice as much. And loneliness is not the only one. There is negative self-talk, depression, loss of meaning and purpose in life. I'm not gonna throw you numbers, but you see where this is going. There is a substantial relation between our mental health and our well-being. So the worst thing we could possibly do would be not taking actions. Plus, if we want to say this more logically, the time we're spending somewhere else than our mind, it's gone, it's not coming back to us. Instead of keep going this way, we can change the way we live and make the most about it. Our life expectancy will drastically increase by only changing what we do with our time. I'm not saying you should upset your life completely, put your boots on and go live in the countryside. But I'm suggesting that we should all reconsider the way we live our life in these modern times. Guys, if you're still there watching, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and hopefully you could take something good out of it. And as I promised myself for this 2022, I'm gonna be uploading more stuff on YouTube. So if you haven't, it's a good timing to subscribe to the channel. It's still free. Yeah, I will see you on the next one. Ciao belli! Ciao guys!